What's going on, everybody? This is Island Hopper TV, and today we're going to show you the best islands around Thailand. Let's do it. That's right, Island Hoppers. We've got a list of 15 top islands, plus a couple bonuses that we're going to throw in here. So let's go ahead and get into it. Starting out here at Koh Chang, this is in the province of Trat, nearby Cambodia. There is a few different islands around this area of Trat. It's about a 4-hour drive away from Bangkok, also just past Pattaya, about 2.5 hours. Koh Chang has actually become one of the top islands in Thailand. People who visit here usually put it on the top of their list. So depending on who you're talking to, Koh Chang has really become one of the premier hidden gem islands that's now being discovered. Don't expect much infrastructure out here in Koh Chang, no luxury hotels or anything yet. So it's really the laid back vibes that attract people here. Now here we are at Koh Mak. This is actually very close to Koh Chang, so you can do Koh Mak and actually Koh Chang and another island coming up here, Koh Kood. So if you're looking to do island hopping, there's lots of islands here, but these are the big three in the area of Trat: Koh Kood, Koh Mak, and Koh Chang. And they have a ferry from the mainland to get over here. And you can see there's lots of virgin beaches or beaches that are not quite developed. Bang Bao Beach is actually one of the best beaches in all of Thailand that most people don't even know about, but now you know about it. All right, from Trat, we're actually headed down towards Surat, Thani here in the Gulf of Thailand. We have 3 islands to explore. First one being Koh Tao. Now, Koh Tao is a diver's paradise. There are a few different islands that you can island hop around here as well, like Nagian Island. And really, people come out here for diving, but anytime I arrive at Koh Tao, I'm like, this is a paradise island. Last time I came over here, it was just beautiful. Now, Seri Beach is actually the main area where they have the restaurants and most of the hotel bungalows and pubs. But don't be scared to go around the whole island. They've got plenty of viewpoints. They've also got really cool bungalow cottage resorts on the other side of the island. Koh Tao is not a very big island, but it's definitely a tropical paradise island. Most people who come here say, wow, Koh Tao is amazing. Now, there is no airport, and the only way to get here is by ferry. You can either arrive by ferry from Koh Samui, or you can actually come in from Champon. They don't have a direct ferry from Surat, Thani, so you'd have to connect through Koh Samui anyway, which basically means that if you're coming out here, you should probably plan to do Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, and Koh Tao. Now, most people who come out here do anywhere between 3 to 7 days, but you could easily just do 48 hours in Koh Tao. Now let's show you Koh Phangan. This is known as the Full Moon Party Island. Every time there's a full moon, this island has a big party, and people come over from Koh Samui, come over from Surat Thani, from Bangkok, from all around Thailand for Hod Rin Beach. This is actually where the main full moon party takes place. If you've never done a full moon party and you're a young person, you may really want to try that if the full moon is happening while you're in Thailand. Also, a lot of people who come to Koh Phangan, they actually end up making it their home. So there's a lot more to the island than just a full moon party. That's just what it's famous for. But you can see they have beautiful beaches, and you can actually go out far into the water, and you're wading in the water about up to your waist. And you're going to notice that you're quite far out to the sea. This particular beach that I'm walking around here does have sunset views, and it is called Zen Beach because I guess it's so zen. When there's not a full moon party, most people are down here by Thong Sala or around the west side of the island. So really nice beaches here, but this is a look right here at the full moon party location at Hod Rin Beach. You can see right here, it does face towards the moon, which is going to be facing east, not west. So don't expect to get sunsets over here. But if you are coming to do the full moon party, I would suggest staying nearby Hod Rin Beach on that day for probably 2 nights. And the 2 reasons I suggest that is, number 1, the day after the full moon, the ferries are usually jam-packed, and it's kind of hard to get a ticket, so I kind of wait for the people to leave the island and relax and kind of nurse a hangover if I have one. Not saying you're going to get a hangover, I'm just saying that people stay up till 5 or 6 in the morning when they come to the full moon party. And so giving yourself that extra day or 2, maybe even consider staying 3 days, right? You're gonna miss out on that rush that goes back out towards Samui and towards Champon and Surat Thani. So that's something to consider. Now, tickets to the full moon party are about 200 baht. That comes out to around $6 to $7 depending on the currency conversion at the time. And basically, you're just paying to enter the beach area. That doesn't include drinks or anything, just the wristband. Now here we are at Koh Samui. So this is the third island that is famous in this area and probably the most famous that most people go to. It has the airport. Now here you're going to go to Chaweng Beach, you're going to go to Phuket, which is where Fisherman's Village is, or maybe Lamai. Some people stay at luxury resorts like the Conrad or the Ritz-Carlton. They also have the W Hotel. So Koh Samui is like a more laid-back Phuket. But in all honesty, it's a lot smaller than Phuket and a lot less traffic. But it's really nothing like Phuket. I just use that as an analysis because most people, when they're coming to Thailand, they're like, should I go to Phuket? Should I go to Koh Samui? Those are like the top two islands that people juggle around in their mind. But they're really not that similar. And here we are now at Phuket. So Phuket is definitely the most famous island in all of Thailand. It's here in the south. Now, it does have the second busiest airport in all of Thailand. And just in case you're wondering, the word Koh, K-O, or K-O-H, which is basically the same word, just different spelling, means island. So Koh Samui means Samui Island. Koh Phuket means Phuket Island. So some of the islands have actually just gone with one word. So sometimes they'll say Phuket or Samui. They won't even say Koh Samui or Koh Phuket anymore. Now, the famous places to go here are going to be Patong Beach, Kata Beach, and they have some other smaller beaches. Most of them are on the west coast. Also, they have a famous party area here called Bangla Road. It is in Patong. I used to say it's one of the busiest party areas in the world every single night. So if you're looking for an atmosphere that's like a New Year's Eve every single night of the week, you're going to find that in Bangla Road, which is in Patong. Now, fear not. There are many other areas that you can stay where it's not going to be ruckus like Bangla Road. So if you're looking for something more laid back, that's when you're going to look at beaches like Surin Beach, Kata Beach, also Kamala Beach. If you go a little further south, they have some nice beaches down there like Kata Nui. So it just depends on what you're really looking for. Karan Beach is one of the more laid-back areas. You're not going to find much party there, but you'll find enough nightlife vibe. Now, from Phuket, it's easy to do some island hopping. You can either go out towards the Similan Islands, which is another dive paradise. Usually it's a day trip. People just start out early in the morning, go out here, do some diving and snorkeling, and then they come back to Phuket. But you can also stay out here. They do have hotels, but it's really a dive paradise. People consider it a beautiful place with coral and tropical fish. So remember, the Similan Islands are actually to the west of Phuket. Now, there are other islands that are going to be in the Andaman Sea, but those are going to be to the east, and that's going to be Koh Phi Phi Islands. Now, I'm going to call it Koh Phi Phi Lee and Koh Phi Phi Don. Those are the two main islands. You can actually stay at Tonsai Beach, or you can do a day tour from Phuket or even from Krabi, which we'll be showing you some islands over there in a moment. But Koh Phi Phi is considered one of the best islands in Thailand for many years. It has suffered from over-tourism, so some things may be closed when you get there. One of my favorite islands that I recommend checking out, though, is going to be Koh Hong. This is Hong Island. It is a small island. There are no resorts here, but you can easily do a day trip from Krabi, preferably. Again, Phi Phi Islands and Hong Island are in the Krabi province. But you can see, really beautiful. They have a lagoon here and a beach. It is a day tour. There's also several other islands around here in Phang Na. That's the name of the bay here, where they have so many different islands in this area. And so really great area for island hopping, and base camp out of here to do the island hopping in Krabi. From Krabi, it takes about 45 minutes if you go to the northern part of Krabi, but if you actually take off out of Ao Nang, it can take over an hour depending on the boat, if you're on a longtail or a speedboat. But like I said, usually on that tour, it's going to include lots of other islands in the area of Phang Na, and I really like it out here. I consider it to be one of my favorite islands because really a paradise out here. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this video from Thailand, you can also watch some more of our other videos. We did 50 best places to visit when going to Thailand. I'll put a link below in the comments and in the description. I highly recommend that. We've also got several other tours from Bangkok and Phuket. I'll try to put links below for those as well, for those of you who are visiting Thailand for the first time. So I've been coming to Thailand for now 20 years almost, and I love adventuring here. Now we're here at Koh Yao Yai. This is right here in Phang Bay, also known as Andaman Sea. And this island is up and coming. They do have a lot of resorts that they're building out here. People come out here for the honeymoon, for the peace and the tranquility. It is basically right in the middle between Phuket and Krabi. So you can get here either way, but most people are going to arrive into Phuket and then take a jet boat or a high-speed boat from Phuket to get here, but you can also come in from Krabi. It just depends on what's convenient for you. There is a really famous resort on this island called Six Senses. I believe it's owned by Hyatt. For those of you who've heard of that hotel, you know what I'm talking about. So now we're going to go south of Krabi to an island called Koh Lanta. So this is one of the up-and-coming islands that is kind of starting to come up on people's radars more and more. There's so many islands in Thailand, it's hard to keep up and get to them all, especially if you're just coming to Thailand for one time and maybe a second time. There's no way you're going to be able to see all these islands in 2 trips unless you're maximizing your stay. Just south of Lanta is going to be Koh Muk. Now this is different than Koh Mak, which we showed you in Trat. This one here is down in the far south part of Thailand. There's another one here called Koh Ngai, and that's another small island oasis to explore. But my favorite down here in the south is Koh Lipe. It's actually 45-minute boat ride away from Langkawi, which is one of the most famous islands in Malaysia. You can do a border crossing that way. But Koh Lipe, a really special place, and it's surrounded by these other islands that are not built up. They're very virgin islands, very lush and green, but you can explore from Koh Lipe, all those islands. This is another one of those up-and-coming islands that are becoming more and more famous. There is no airport here, so if you're arriving from Thailand, the jet boat ride is around an hour and a half to get out here. So you gotta bake that into the cake when you're coming out to Koh Lipe, but it's worth it. Taking a jet boat from the port down here in the area known as Satun, and that's right there on the border with Malaysia. There's a couple other islands around here like Koh Kraden, which is in the northern part of Lipe a bit. And like I said, these are bonus, but Koh Kraden, there's so many different islands. We could be here all day talking about the islands in Thailand because there's a lot more than 15. There's James Bond Island, which is very famous, but it's a small island. And there's just so many islands that we didn't mention that you can do the island hopping tours like Chicken Island, Pota Island. You can easily do those from Railay Beach. I almost consider Railay Beach an island, even though it's attached to the mainland, because you can't drive a car out here. But either way, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos from Thailand, you can also watch our Bangkok travel guide or our best places to visit in Thailand next by clicking one of these links.